TVZ24 এর জেড টকে সবাইকে স্বাগতম। আজকে আমাদের সাথে আছেন ইয়াং ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশি এন্টারপ্রেনার, যার জন্ম এবং বেড়ে ওঠা যুক্তরাজ্যে, কিন্তু বর্তমানে বাংলাদেশের জন্য উনি কিছু করতে চান, যেই কারণে বিজনেস এক্সপ্যান্ড করে বাংলাদেশে নতুন কিছু করছেন। মোহাম্মদ আরাফাত উদ্দিন, কথা বলবো তার সাথে। হ্যালো আরাফাত, হাউ আর ইউ ডুইং?
How you doing? Nice to be on the show. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. How are you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine too. আপনি ইউকেতে born and raised. Growing up there, বাংলাদেশের ব্যাপারে আপনার ফিলিংস কি ছিল?
So growing up in Bangladesh, not growing up in Bangladesh, growing up in the UK, my feelings towards Bangladesh were a bit mixed, to be honest. Obviously, every single so often during summer holidays, we used to go to Bangladesh. So my family is actually originally from Sylhet. So we have a basha in Sylhet, and every so often we used to go and we used to stay there with my grandparents and have fun. We used to play a lot of badminton. We used to play a lot of sports, and there used to be children that used to live in the other flats next to us. So we used to spend a lot of time with them. So I used to have really positive feelings towards Bangladesh. I used to even when I used to come back to the UK, I used to, ask my parents to, when are we next going back? So, yeah, to answer your question, growing up in the UK, as a British Bangladeshi, I think I had very positive feelings towards Bangladesh, and I always felt a sense of, connection and a homely feeling whenever I came to Bangladesh.
ওকে, তার মানে বাংলাদেশের সাথে অ্যাকচুয়ালি আপনার যে টাচটা, ওটা অলওয়েজই that was there always. You were always connected to Bangladesh, like visiting here and all.
Yeah, definitely. Even in the UK, from the UK, we've always had, speaking Bangla. We used to obviously my Bangla isn't the best; it's a bit broken, but we speak Bangla to my grandparents, to my mother. We eat the traditional food at home. Growing up, we ate rice and curry twice a day, so we always had the connection to our culture, and I think that was quite an important part of growing up for us, for all my siblings. Um, so so yeah, I don't think we lacked any connection to our culture at all. So that connection, yeah, I'd say has always been there since very young.
ওকে আরফাত, দ্যাটস নাইস মেমোরিজ। বাংলাদেশের সাথে আপনার যে রুট লেভেলের একটা কানেকশন আছে, আপনার ফ্যামিলির, আপনার এটা বোঝা যাচ্ছে। সো আপনি যেহেতু বাংলাদেশে এসছেন, আপনার বাংলাদেশ নিয়ে প্ল্যান কি? লাইক এমনি তো আসেন, আপনি একজন ইয়াং এন্টারপ্রেনার হিসেবে বেশ খ্যাত অর্জন করছেন। সো আপনার অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্ল্যান কি বাংলাদেশে আসার রিজনটা কি? ওটা যদি একটু সুন্দর করে আমাদেরকে বলতেন।
So we've been coming. I've been coming quite often. So has my father in the recent years. So our family's actually been in the FMCG business for the last 25 years. So we deal with a lot of the multinational companies such as Unilever, L'Oreal, Coty, P&G, Procter and Gamble, which they manufacture, mainly a lot of the consumer brands that people see on their, in their houses, everyday items like shampoo, deodorants, detergents. So we've been in that line in the UK for a very long time. And we saw a opportunity in Bangladesh where there's a lot of multinational companies that don't have the right partner in Bangladesh to distribute goods domestically, locally to the shops, the retailers, the wholesalers. So that's actually the reason we've coming to Bangladesh more often. We've set up an office, we've hired staff, which it's great to provide opportunities to our to local people and provide jobs. It's a great feeling to be able to give opportunity to people back home, people like us, and develop them as a person, develop their skills. So yeah, the main reason we are in Bangladesh is to start our FMCG business, which we have done, and to expand and all the brilliant opportunities in Bangladesh to really capture them and seize them. I think the time is of the essence. And right now, the population is growing. There's a young population which has more purchasing power, that like to purchase brands and like to buy luxury items. So Bangladesh is ripe and has excellent potential to start any kind of business. So yeah, that is the reason why we've chosen and not chosen but have come into Bangladesh often for business reasons.
আপনাদের তো ইউকে তো অনেক দিন ধরে আপনাদের ফ্যামিলি বিজনেস অ্যান্ড অল। সো বাংলাদেশে যে নতুন করে ব্যবসাটা শুরু করেছেন, সো কি চ্যালেঞ্জেস আপনাকে ফেস করতে হচ্ছে?
Yeah, there was a lot of challenges, to be honest. Like entering any international market, there's gonna be barriers entering that market. Um, for example, language barrier. My Bengali isn't the best, especially with the main of our operations being in Dhaka, which I think is Shuddha Bhasha that everyone speaks, and I speak Sylheti. So it's a bit of a language barrier speaking to people and getting things done. But at the same time, a majority of people do speak English. You just have to speak a little bit slower sometimes, but you can still get the job done. Another challenge is the use of emails in the UK is a lot more, streamlined than I guess in Bangladesh. So in the UK, you just send an email and they reply to you within a few hours, and you know that the job is getting done. In Bangladesh, you have to send an email and then follow up with a phone call to make sure that the email, is being attended to and being looked at. So, yeah, definitely there is a lot of barriers. I think that comes with entering any market in that you're not familiar with, such as like regulations and taxes. It's very different to the UK, something we're not used to. But I do think with the right partners and a bit of trial and error and finding the right people, which of course there are many educated people in Bangladesh that know what they're doing. I think if you find the right people, the right partners, things start to become easy. You start to become familiar with the regulations, the culture, and yeah, everything becomes a lot easier and a lot more streamlined.
ওকে। ইউকে আর বাংলাদেশেতে টাইম জোনের একটা গ্যাপ আছে। লাইক ডিফারেন্ট
Yeah,
টাইম জোনের বাংলাদেশ আর ইউকে। সো
definitely. Yeah, 6 hours. Yeah.
আপনি এটা কিভাবে ইউকে থেকে বাংলাদেশে আপনার যে এমপ্লয়িজ অ্যান্ড অল এদের সাথে যে কমিউনিকেশন মেইনটেইন করাটা, এই টাইম জোন ডিফারেন্স এর কারণে অ্যাকচুয়ালি কিভাবে এটা কোপ আপ করেন আপনারা?
So yeah, definitely, yeah. There's a 6 hour, 5 hours sometimes, or 6 hours. So definitely, that is a bit of a challenge. I think the way we combat that is, a lot of our staff in Bangladesh, they start a bit later, and then they finish later. They also follow the. So obviously in Bangladesh, you would have your holidays on Friday, Saturday, but in the UK, our weekends are Saturday, Sunday. So that's another difference. But our office follows the UK holidays, and they get Saturday, Sunday off instead of Friday, Saturday. So there are a lot of barriers like that, but it's nothing that you can't overcome, and there's nothing that you can't solve. But yeah, time difference, holidays, it's quite a big difference, but it's something that is definitely doable.
একটু আগে আপনি বলছিলেন যে আপনার বাংলা বলাটা আপনি বাংলা বলতে পারেন না। আপনি বলতে পারেন সিলেটি অ্যান্ড
Yeah.
ইংলিশ। সো একটু সিলেটি ভাষা শুনবো আপনার কাছ থেকে। যদি সিলেটিতে আপনার বিজনেস নিয়ে ভবিষ্যৎ পরিকল্পনাটা একটু ১-২ লাইনে শেয়ার করতেন। যে বাংলাদেশে আপনার এই বিজনেস নিয়ে কোনো একটা পরিকল্পনা একটু সিলেটি ভাষায় যদি বলতেন কিছু।
Um, I'd,
ইটস
what should-
ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট।
I'd say to everyone, Bangladeshi আসো। আমার intention বাংলাদেশও ব্যবসা আমি grow করতাম আর build করতাম, inshallah. Yeah, my intention is to grow the business in Bangladesh, to have a bigger presence here, more offices, inshallah, open a new warehouse in Chittagong, um, and yeah, definitely just seize all opportunities that are presented to me. I think in less developed countries, I've seen that there's more opportunities and there's more scope to do bigger things than there is in for instance in the UK. There's definitely, you get the education element, you are in the right you're surrounded by the right people for professionalism, but when we're talking about opportunities, I think uh, the big fish that have been in the trade for 30, 40 years, they have seized and taken a lot of the opportunities. So, coming to less developed countries that are growing, I think it's excellent, excellent opportunity to grow the business and provide more jobs to local people and grow myself as well as part of that. So yeah, I think that's my intentions in Bangladesh going forward.
আপনার মতো যারা অন্য দেশে বিজনেসে অলরেডি সাকসেসফুল, তাদের উদ্দেশ্যে যদি কিছু বলেন যে বাংলাদেশকে নিয়ে তারাও কি ভাবতে পারে কিনা? কিভাবে মানে আপনার এই চিন্তাটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি শুরুটা যেভাবে হয়েছে, সেই ইন্সপিরেশনটা যদি একটু আমরা তাদের মধ্যেও দিতে পারি যেন আরো আপনার মতো বর্ন অ্যান্ড বট আপ বাইরের কোনো একটা কান্ট্রিতে তারা যদি বাংলাদেশকে নিয়ে এভাবে একটু ভাবে, তাদের জন্য ইন্সপিরেশন দেওয়ার মতো যদি কিছু বলতেন যে কেন অ্যাকচুয়ালি তাদের বাংলাদেশে আসা উচিত?
I think yeah, definitely. It depends on business to business, I guess. For us, it just made a lot of sense because we are originally from here. We had ties here, and in a business way, staff are excellent here. Office costs are dramatically cheaper than it would be in the UK. For in the UK, one person's salary is about 35,000-40,000 pounds a year. In Bangladesh, you're paying a fraction of that, and you're still getting educated people that have gone to the top universities abroad and speaks just as well English. So in that capacity, I think Bangladesh is great for back offices, anyone that is wanting to expand their businesses, for admin. Bangladesh is great and right for that, and a lot of people from abroad are doing that as we speak, from America, from the UK, from Australia, from many different countries. So, and it's not just British Bangladeshis; it's also people from other ethnicities that are doing this. So, I think yeah, I'd highly recommend to anyone that is thinking of coming to Bangladesh for business opportunities to come and just have an open mind and see what opportunities present themselves.
আচ্ছা, আমরা তো বিজনেস নিয়ে অনেকক্ষণ অনেক কথাই বললাম।
Yeah.
আমরা একটু বাংলাদেশের সাথে আপনার অ্যাটাচমেন্ট এর জায়গা থেকে একটু কথা বলি। লাইক বাংলাদেশি খাবার, ফুড, বাংলাদেশি ফুড নিয়ে আপনার লাইক বাংলাদেশি কোন ফুড আপনার সবচেয়ে পছন্দের? What do you miss when you in UK? Like the food.
I think when I first came to Dhaka and I came to the office, my favorite thing, we don't even have this at home. Even when I go to Sylhet, we don't eat this, but it's kalabona. I think we don't really eat a lot of beef in the UK, but yeah, I think that's my favorite. Obviously the fish, the fresh fish as well, as long as it doesn't have too many bones, it's all right. But yeah, I'd say kalabona is
The favorite
I
one.
think it's a must try for everyone that comes to Dhaka.
থ্যাংক ইউ আরাফাত ফর ইউর টাইম। আপনি এত ইয়াং এজে একজন এন্টারপ্রেনার হিসেবে যে নিজেকে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করছেন, এটা অনেকের জন্যই ইন্সপিরেশন। শুধু বিদেশি বাংলাদেশিদের জন্য না, বাংলাদেশের সবার জন্যই এটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইন্সপিরেশন। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.